Guys, it's been a long time. This video's not gonna get many views, probably you'll see like 5-6 views. It is bad quality, it's not gonna be entertaining, whatever, but I have to make this video. And since I know that first of all it's 12 p.m, it's literally 12:10, right? I'm already bed like 3 hours ago normally, and it's pitch black outside. I got work tomorrow, and I know this video is generally gonna get like no more than 5 to 10 views. Why am I sitting here and recording and no one's gonna sit down and watch it for more than probably 1 or 2 minutes if they even click? I need to track where I go, because shit has not been going my way lately. I have not posted for almost a month now, but that's not enough for me to give up. I've never given up in my whole life, and I won't give up, and that's why I'm here. Because when I finally make it, I can come back here and see where I came from. Because this video is not for views, it's not for... This video is more for my future self. Because I know one day I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna see where I was, and I'm gonna know that it was all worth it. See guys, I've been on this serious grind for over 2 years now, and I've been posting and posting. And my mindset never changed. But unfortunately, my actions did. And actually somewhat fortunately as well, kept on getting better and better and better. Until last month. Last month I kind of fell, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Last month I really did fall. And I fell because I let distractions get into me. Last month I was unrecognizable. I was not waking up on my wake up times like I used to back in the day, especially on November and December, when I was just locked the fuck in. I was a fucking beast. Right, I had no school or job, so I did not have to sacrifice my sleep, but I was still waking up at 5 a.m. every day, even if that meant some nights sleeping 2 hours. Literally, the Christmas morning, I woke up with 4 hours of sleep, and I went to the gym, even though it was closed. I still attempted. And when I found out that it was closed, my dad dropped me off there. When I found out that it was closed, it was too late because he went to work, and bus lines, train lines were all closed. So I had to walk back home. Literally 2 hours. There's no quicker way. 2 hours of walk. I was a fucking beast. But guys, last month has been going down. I wasn't waking up on my wake up times. Like, I was trying my hardest, I would wake up, like, I've woke up at 4:30 a.m. many times last month, but it was nowhere near the grind that I was at a few months ago. I wasn't following my morning routine properly. I wasn't putting in time into my business. I wasn't scaling my coaching business, the one that is meant to make anyone goes from zero to absolutely fucking jacked and disciplined, the highest version of themselves that I was meant to be. All this because I just let distractions get into me. I went against my own preachings. And I know this video is not gonna get views, and so guys, I've wanted to talk about this all through this process. Throughout this last 1 month, I've wanted to sit here and talk, but I was always insecure Oh, what if this person watches it? Oh, what if people judge me? Oh, well, this is what I thought. This is what I preached. I cannot go against it. I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. The truth is, my ego was too fucking high. And so I kept on going down with this excuse. And look at where I'm at. I've realized one thing, guys. Fulfillment will only come when you're working your hardest through every single area of life. If you let yourself down, if you let your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your father, your parents, your family down, your best friend down, it's gonna hurt. But nothing's gonna hurt more than letting God down. And I genuinely believe I was put into this earth to make an impact. And so I will feel like fucking shit when I've been stationary for a month straight. You know, I've never wanted to open up about this. You guys know in this channel I've always spoke about discipline, about the true and raw journey, about, you know, overcoming the mindset obstacles. And it was never really about money. It was never really about, you know, it was more of like fitness and mindset. It's never really about money or woman or anything like that. But you know, I promised myself I'm never gonna speak on things that I don't know about. I don't want to be those gurus that just sit down, say the same thing that everybody else said, even that they've never went through any of that struggle in their life. You know, they're trying to teach you how to make 10K a month when they make 500, 1K a month from the courses that they sell with the fake testimonials. Never wanted to be one of those. I promised myself I'm not gonna talk about money until I make 5 to 10K a month. But you know, that's one of my biggest goals for this year. Now, talking about girls, I've never really mentioned girls in this channel, maybe once or twice. But those of you guys that have watched every single one of my videos know that I talked about a breakup in the past. So, you know, I've been with this girl for almost 2.5 years now, and you know, I love her to death. Man, it's been my first and only girl, you know, and we knew since the very start that meeting up was the last thing we wanted to do. One, because of God, and two, because of both of our journey, you know. We both have the same mindset, and we believe if you don't get married, it's just a waste of time. Many of you guys will probably have a different opinion. You might say, oh, wait, but what if she's not the one? You gotta find out. We both generally believe that if you don't marry, there's no point. It's gonna be a waste of time. So, you know, obviously we're not married, and it's been 2.5 years now. Over 2.5 years. And, you know, since the very start, we always try to not talk. We always try to, you know, stay away with, you know, chatting, calling, and video calling. Just because we both knew that it wasn't the best thing to do, especially because of my journey. Because if I was to make marriage serious, and if I was to get to a position where I'm able to marry a girl and provide fully for her, I'm not talking about just providing on a baseline where I get to have a house and provide for a small family. When I say I want to provide for someone, bro, I promise myself I'm not gonna marry fucking nobody until I can genuinely get them whatever the fuck they want without even thinking about money. And same goes for myself. So I'm nowhere that level yet. So there was no point talking to her, especially when I know that's just a distraction. Because every minute that I'm talking to her, I am going nowhere. Because I'm not meant to talk. I am meant to put in that time into my grind so I can get to a level where I can actually talk to her. Does that make sense? Many of you guys are probably chasing a girl that you cannot provide for. And probably around her, or maybe when you're not around her, you feel like a loser because you can't do shit. Well, let me tell you something, bro. Welcome to fucking reality. Welcome to fucking reality. What the fuck do you expect to happen when you're putting the time in the wrong place? See, it's not about hard work, it's not about luck, it's not about none of that. No one was born with unintentional talent. Everyone was born with the ability to be able to work hard. And that's the only thing that will outwork talent. Hard work will always outwork talent. Now, why do I mention this? Why do I mention this girl and this 1 month where, I've been kind of falling down? Well, we never really met, bro. We did meet many times, but we kept that very restricted. Meeting up wasn't really our thing. We always tried to not do the, it was always through phone. It was phone calls and video calls and a lot of texts. I would even stay up till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. just texting this girl. And you guys can say whatever, but when you really love somebody, it's the hardest thing to do. For those of you guys that went through breakups and shit, I genuinely understand what you went through, and I fucking I respect the fuck out of you, because it's not fucking easy, Now, I don't think going through a breakup is worth killing yourself. That's just pussy shit. But if you've went through a breakup, you know how this shit feels. Now, I'm not saying I went through a breakup. I'm just saying this last month, I let myself go and I started breaking my promises just because I started making money. So if you guys don't know, fuck, just now I'm realizing somebody's been in that car this whole time. Never mind. So, guys, all of my journey is documented. You guys can literally go back to last year's summer when I was getting kicked out of my old house because we couldn't afford rent. And then we moved to the new house. And throughout all this time, I had no school because everybody my age started school and I was in the process of moving out. So I didn't really, start applying for the schools. And by the time we kind of settled and, applied here and there, it was too fucking late. And by now, it's been already a month or two and everyone started the course like a month or two ago. And no school was really willing to take me, right? And so pretty much I've done school until secondary. New courses started around November, and so I decided to try college, and it was like the lowest fucking level, bro. Absolute fucking losers around me. And so I did not even last 3 weeks, bro. I literally just dropped out after the 3rd week. Arguments was going on every day. My dad's getting stressed, my mom getting stressed, my sister giving lectures, all because we were struggling with money, because we was getting fined, because I was legally meant to be in education and I was not. And so I was meant to get a job or something, because my dad was getting fined a lot of money every month, bro. I'm talking about 1/5 of what he makes. that's where it was getting fined, and I couldn't do shit about it. So there's tension in the house every single solitary morning, every night. I wasn't talking to my dad. It did not feel like we had a normal family relationship, you know. Felt horrible, and I kept promising myself I will get a fucking high class job. Because let me tell you this, I could have gotten a McDonald's job, I could have gotten a fucking DoorDash, but I was aiming for the proper sales job. And but trust me, when you're fucking 17 with no professional experience, it's the hardest thing ever to get a job in sales with a salary and highly qualified, especially where there are already high level salesmen that have been there 10 years, they're making 7K a month. But I promised myself I was gonna do it, and eventually trying hard, after 7 months of applying, taking interviews, I eventually made it. And so I started making money. I was able to finally pay off my debt last week. You know, I was able to help my dad with the bills for the past like 4 months since I got a job. You know, I was able to, monthly send my mom money. I'm able to pay my own membership, and I'm able to pay my own haircut. And the other day, I literally posted a story on Instagram where I'm literally talking. It was my last job interview, and it was 9th of January, and I literally recorded myself saying that this haircut, I couldn't afford it. I borrowed money from my mom, and it feels like shit. But the way to heaven feels like hell, and the way to hell feels like heaven. And so I went, same day I got the job. Everyone was out of their mind because that's one of the best jobs in the world, especially sales job, bro. I recommend sales to anyone in the world, especially when you have commission. Literally, you can make as much money as you want. Obviously, number one thing is the business, right? Always work on a business, whether it's your personal brand or whatever the fuck you want to do. But if you're gonna get a job, bro, get a sales job, because you can make as much money as you want. And so since then, I was able to help my dad with the bills. I was able to, I could easily go out if I wanted to, right? Every day here and there, I feel so fucking grateful. I go to like the corner shop, just grab, I don't know, like a Red Bull in a casual Saturday to sit back in my laptop and do some work. And I'm thinking, bro, 2.5 pounds, which is what the Red Bull costed. I would have sat there, thought twice, and I wouldn't even get out of my house to get a Red Bull unless I genuinely felt like I need to get this very badly. That time I was like, bro, I'm working, let's just get fucking Red Bull, walk out, got it, came back home drunk and did my work. But because I started making money, now it kind of got easier. And I could have, my girl has been there for 2 years by now, and she's been by my side when I couldn't afford shit. The few times that we met, I would not spend more than 20-30 pounds, right? Just fucking average food. We'd never been to a restaurant ever. Now I could have afforded to take her out. Sure, I'm not rich, but I can, without a problem, take her out once in a while here and there. And so we started going out a lot. We started going out the whole month, and that was my biggest mistake, because I let myself down and I let God down. I let everybody around me down, and maybe no one saw any difference, but I knew the difference. God knew the difference. She probably felt happy, but in the long term, if I decided to stay that person, she wasn't gonna like it, because she knew I wasn't prioritizing her. I was prioritizing the good time with her instead of working on my future which would build the chance of the real marriage, satisfied and fulfilled marriage, which is the end goal. Does that make sense, bro? And I started feeling like shit. And I said, we need to stop. We can't do this. I need to get back on the grind, bro. I miss waking up at 5 a.m. every day, posting my push-ups on Instagram to hold my guys accountable. To see fucking winners wake the fuck up because I have never missed for a month straight. And so now they know that's possible. And I used to say this all the time. If I sleep, my soldiers will fall. I'm meant to build a fucking warrior mindset. And last thing you want to see me do is spend time behind a fucking girl. Bro, I was thinking to myself, where's the fucking aggression? I used to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Conquer the day. Start with the morning routine. Black coffee, boom. Straight on my business. Show on Instagram how it was, how the grind was. Go to the gym, push the hardest, hitting my macros every day, bro. I used to even stay up to 2 a.m. if that meant hitting my macros. Last thing I want to see is -1 from my calories. It had to be on the dot. And I never missed a macro a single day for like 6-7 months straight. Go to my Instagram, go to my highlights. You'll literally see proof. And eventually I came to a conclusion. I was like, we need to stop. We're not gonna see each other again. I'm not gonna come back to you unless I am ready and I'm the version of me that can afford to hang out with you the way I want to be around you. I'm not gonna come back until I'm the highest version of yourself, because I genuinely, every time I was next to her, I genuinely felt like I don't deserve her, bro. And you know that feeling of when you finally get something you've wanted so bad, but you don't deserve it. And it hurts to the point where you're willing to go and put it back. Because as human, unless you're chasing degeneracy, the result will never feel good without the action behind it. And that's why people go fucking partying and club and drinking. I didn't let myself go down that path, bro. I still never smoked a day of my life. I've never fucking vaped, never drunk alcohol, been to like parties and shit. I'm not degenerate, but I've definitely made a mistake. I chased the wrong objective. The truth is, guys, we have thousands of objectives. Marry the girl that I love, buy a fucking G63, buy a fucking 458 SF90, right? Buy the dream penthouse, retire my parents. We all have these goals. But it all comes down to one simple thing that will allow you to get all these things and much more. And it's the character that you build, bro. The character that you build will determine everything that you will achieve, or that you're capable of achieving. And think about the highest version of you out there. If you're not acting every day like that version, you're not building your character to who you're meant to become. And therefore, you're not gonna get what you want. I don't know about you guys, but my character is a man that can wake up at 5:45 a.m. every morning without missing. Can go to the gym, push his hardest, he's jacked as fuck, he's making a fuck ton of money. He married a beautiful girl that he deserved. He's retired his parents, and he is a man of God and he's God-fearing. That, bro, is the character that I want to build. And so I went down the wrong path until I realized that it can be all fun being with this girl. I genuinely love her. It's not fulfilling. I'm chasing quick dopamine. I'm chasing instant gratification, whatever they call it. Because I'm having it for now. But will I have it later? I don't know. But one thing for sure, I am rejecting the idea more and more and more each second I am spending behind her instead of on my work. Let's get back in the game, guys. It's too much of a fucking corny way to give up. To let a girl take you down. Think about it. You're a fucking man. It's too much of a fucking pussy way to give up because of somebody or something. You got God by your side. You got yourself. When you got no motivation, you must back it down by discipline. When you got no more willpower, back it down with God's strength. I don't care if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, if you're Jewish. If you believe in God, there's always a better creator. And so there's always a bigger power, a bigger energy source. And you can connect to it spiritually. Now, I'm not talking for all religions. I don't know how someone else might be, but believing in God, you always have boundaries, and you always have faith and belief. And last thing you wanna fucking do is living yourself and leaving all of your potential behind because of a fucking girl. Drugs, fucking little substance. See, the problem is you're not letting your fucking girlfriend or your money, all that kind of shit determine your position. It's your own mind, bro. Because you must build yourself into the character that can afford to marry that dream girl, that can afford to retire your parents. It's about the character that you fucking build. And it's not gonna happen if you don't chase the grind every day like it's your last day. You must wake up with the energy of your first day ever, and you must continue as if it's your last day. It will feel like hell. The way to heaven feels like hell. But the way to hell feels like heaven. That's why I was having so much fun the last month. While I was literally losing money, time, and effort. First link, I'll leave my Instagram. You can decide to watch me or not watch me. But I'll post stories every day, and I'll be up at 5:45. And I'll do my push-ups. I'll hold you guys accountable. Because I came here. I started this YouTube channel with one single goal in mind. And that was to change men's lives. Make an impact. Turn average man into fucking warriors through fitness and discipline, mindset. Now, none of that shit's gonna happen if I stop here. So, last fucking message. Am I gonna give up? Stop here? No post anymore? Absolutely fucking not. We're fucking back in the game better than ever. Guys, fuck everyone. Fuck all the voices. Log the fuck in. Summer just started. Well, we're actually halfway through, almost halfway through June, July. But the season does not fucking matter. Sun's gonna be out. You must rise and shine early as well. 5:45 a.m. bro. Every day. Watch me. No more hold back. No more coward. No more insecure actions. We're going harder than ever, bro. Remember, the depth of your struggles will determine the height of your success. I will make 10K a month by the end of this year. Guys, so fucking funny how even on the worst times of my life, when I felt like the whole world was against me, no one believes in me, everyone just wants to give me problems, nothing's fair, you know, I was fucking crying my eyes out, 900 pounds debt, no job, no school, and arguments every day. But I still never give up. I was still waking up at 5 because I had the drive in me and I knew that I could have made it. And guess fucking what, bro? Not a single second in the past month I thought I'd give up. I simply lost direction, and it happens as a human. But you gotta back on track. You gotta get back on track. Push harder than ever. Hope that was helpful. If you actually did listen this far, bro, I fucking love you. You know, I really fucking love you, bro. Please leave a comment because you deserve. I deserve. We both deserve something in return, and I wanna fucking know who you are if you watch this video to the end. But guys, 2 videos a week, every week. Road talks, vlogs, educational video, doesn't matter. Next week, I will post, well, next week I'll record, so the week after that, I will post a vlog of 17-year-old working full-time 9 to 5 on the grind, something like that. I've said it now, I gotta fucking do it. I'll post twice a day on Reels like I've been for the past week. Every day, I won't miss. Watch me. I will post 2 videos on YouTube per week, and I'll make fucking 10K a month. Guys, I'm fucking tired. It's 12:30. It's time to sleep, and I gotta be up tomorrow at 4:30. It's gonna be a long day, but it'll be all worth it. Keep grinding.